Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to Scouts Tarot, where curiosity and the divine align. This is your December 2021 reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I will start off on the bat with two things. One, apologies for missing your November 2021 reading. Did not have the time, unfortunately. We will do better in 2022. Whoop, whoop. And then second, I apologize for any external audio noises, traffic sounds, construction noises, all that jazz, sirens, blah, blah, blah. I live off a pretty busy road here, and there's construction across the street. It's just a whole bunch of fun stuff, but I digress. So let's jump into your reading, Capricorn. So where we left off in November, or rather in October, going into November, we had the Page of Pentacles card. So that was a lot about presenting you with a new opportunity, a new chance to either learn in your work environment or take on like a new class, workshop, maybe applied for a new job, started a new job, something along those lines going from October and into November. And the energy overall for the month of October, since you had the Moon card and the Six of Wands card throughout October, boiled down to you trying to figure out what it is, what like most people, figure out what your purpose is in life. But not just what your purpose is, but what makes you feel successful in the workplace, right? And whether, say that it was like you started a new job and you're excited about it, but you're a little apprehensive for good reason, because you haven't necessarily been as able to be straight up or forward or honest with yourself about the work, or perhaps honest with an employer about the work. Like maybe like, no, let me shut the hell up. I just got this job, or I need this job because like, let's be real. But unfortunately, it's harming you, is what I'm picking up now, looking at the Five of Cups energy. That there is, this regret, this loss, this grief that you may be experiencing of you invested in this new job, this new opportunity. I don't feel like this is relationship related. I think this is coming off of October, just feels more like it's about your job or about a career path that you're on. That you tried something new and you put a lot of hope into it, and unfortunately throughout the month of November your cups kept getting knocked over. You're like, okay, well, it doesn't do that. Okay, well, it doesn't really do that. Doesn't align with that personal value. It doesn't really allow me to express myself like this. I'm not really understanding what they want from me, or this task seems beneath me. Whatever it was, Capricorn, it feels like whatever this job change that you committed to has left you in a place where it's like, damn, what a waste. Like, I can't believe I did this. That's kind of like the vibes that I'm picking up from here. Which brings us into our December energy now throughout the month. And that's the Knight of Pentacles. So knights represent how I interpret it, the second in command, right? This is the king is the one in charge and the commander is the knight. That's the one who leads the charge, carries the mission, has a plan or a strategy to make sure, victory in the end. And the Knight of Pentacles specifically is not known for being like super fast paced. Like this is not the Knight of Swords where they're just like barreling through head first, action oriented. Knight of Pentacles is one who's more likely to take their time, right? They're more likely to weigh out the risks, consider all options. Because at the end of the day, the knight's mission is to like get home, right? Like the knight's mission isn't to trip up and make a mistake and now you're out on your own. It's the Knight of Pentacles energy is about strategizing and planning for a stable future. So I feel the energy coming out of November, it is tough. It's like, damn it, I can't believe I put all this time or invested, in this new workshop, this new class, whatever it might have been, Capricorn. And December is trying to say, you know what? Well, let's come up with a different plan. Now that we know that this shit didn't work, what will work? What am I looking for? What do I want the work that I do to mean in the world? What kind of impact do I want to have in the world? And it can be hard at times when you're coming off of Five of Cups energy. Like I just went through this stuff, this challenge, this hurdle. It didn't meet my expectation. In fact, it made me feel worse about what I do or the job that I have. And so it can be. I feel like it's going to be some effort to get to this Knight of Pentacles energy of like, you know what? well, where else can I go? How else can I do this job? What other task can I take on? What other class can I take so I can be better at the job that I have? Which takes us into this Queen of Cups energy going into January 2022, which to me reads, you need to find a space where you can be emotionally honest with yourself, Capricorn, where you could sit back and be like, whether this is you or with a person like a, family member, partner, colleague, coworker, where you can really sit back and consider your feelings in the workspace. Like what aligns most with you in terms of the work that you do? What resonates, what sparks joy, what allows you to feel like you're giving the love that you want to receive in the work that you do, which can, again, it can come to fruition if you act like you embody this night energy and you plan it out, right? You sit down with the map or spreadsheet, Word doc, whatever it is, and you start mapping it out. Be like, okay, so how can I do this? Where can I go from here? How can I, what kind of job will allow me to, whatever, and try to figure it out. Like literally get down into the weeds of it. And as you're doing that, rely on this Queen of Cups energy, because it'll guide you as you go into January. When a new opportunity presents itself, you'll be like, oh, I know that I want a job that allows me to express, to do, to have, whatever that might be. Okay, we are going to now slide into the Oracle of the Seven Energies deck so we can get a clarifying card for our Five of Cups energy. This, God, I cannot believe just wasted all this time, or after taking that class, I still don't like this job, or after, trying my best, after not screwing up. I mean, maybe like after trying something out in October, it didn't work out, and now you're in a space where like you're trying to pick up the pieces. Because the Five of Cups energy, it also has hope. Even though there's a lot of grief, pain, and loss, the two cups on the side are there to remind you that not everything is lost. Not all hope is lost. There's still chance. There's still opportunity. There's still a window for you to open and to allow you to exhale, to breathe, right? It's not all gloom and darkness and despair. Okay. All right. Well, I was going to take one, but they all flip back over. So I'm in my magic, spiritually aligned. What advice do we have for Capricorn's Five of Cups energy, celestial divine? Oh, there it is. Birds of a feather. Wait a second. I am almost positive you got this card in October. Birds of a feather. Let's see. But it's pretty much like trying to find your place, right? Your position. But let's read through. Have you ever wondered how people naturally gravitate to one another and discover a surprising intimacy and connection? There is a kind of magnetic energy, like an invisible ray of light, that gently pulls people together to form something beautiful that can be shared. As in the saying, birds of a feather flock together, it comes from an instinctual need for belonging, you might say. We need community to survive, to thrive, and to grow. We humans are social creatures after all. None of us are meant to be alone. Yep, there it is. Okay, I don't even need to read any more than that because that just, okay. So Capricorn, whatever choice you made with regards to your career, your financial stability, that you felt like you may have left community behind, and now you're on your own. And I think that's that Five of Cups energy, that you're walking, that solo path. And it's like, this isn't what I want to do. You may have gone from a place where you worked, on a team, and now you're working by yourself. Or the group that you just now joined, there's no team effort. Like you don't feel like that same sense of community. And I think, and I feel honestly that that's what happened in November. that you stepped away from your flock. You stepped away from that which made you feel comfortable, that gave you the ability to bounce ideas of other people, to test your suggestions, to get feedback, stuff like that. Just a way to help. And you may be in a space now where you're trying to do that and it's just not working. You're like, damn, why did I leave that stuff behind? I feel like that's kind of how this reading is. That's how the vibes are reading to me. And again, always, it won't resonate with everyone. So take what does and leave behind what does not. Okay, let's move on to the Knight of Pentacles energy. We're going to ask the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle deck for the advice card here. All right, I'm in my magic, spiritually aligned. What advice do we have, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck, for dear sweet Capricorn? Asking the Celestial Divine. Let's see if we can get one card, please. One card, the Portable. With me mucho. Nice, please. Arigato. Okay. I'm a Gemini, so I speak in... There's nothing I can do. Just bear with it, y'all. I do not stick to one language, apparently. Okay. So this Knight of Pentacles energy, someone else got that. I think that might have been Libra or Virgo. Someone also had this energy of taking these steps forward, this strategic planning. Okay, we got to come out or you get nothing at all. Okay, let's see. But yeah, like it does take effort to move forward, to leave behind that which doesn't serve us, especially when you've already done it and it kind of like, I don't want to be like blew up in your face, because I don't feel like this was like a radical, like, ow kind of pain. I think this was, okay, we got two and they both came out. I think this was more of a like, oh man, like not realizing what you had until after it was gone. All right, the Web Weaver and the Spiral Dancer. Okay, someone else got the Spiral Dancer. Yeah, good luck. Look for your Sun, Moon, Rising in your other big three, your other big two. Nope, you want this one. So Spiral Dancer, that is number 5. Excellent, excellent. Oh, excellent, because it's open right here. So the Spiral Dancer moves with her own rhythm and steps to music only she can hear. She takes you up on a path that is winding and circular. She assures you that what you're experiencing as a setback is really part of an upward spiral, right? If we're trying to get back, you're trying to get back, Capricorn, to your birds. You see they're up here on these on the pillars here. If you're trying to get back to your flock, you're going to have to take some steps forward, right? That's that Nine of Pentacles energy. And it may feel like you're going backwards, right? It may feel like you're backtracking, like, man, didn't I just get a new job? Didn't I just change classes? Didn't I just enroll in a workshop? Whatever it is that you may have done, joined a new team, whatever change that it was, Capricorn, you may feel like, I just did that. I am not doing that shit again. Like, why? Why am I going to do this to myself again? That's that 5 of Cups energy. And then I would remind you that there's still hope out there, right? That's what the Spiral Dancer is trying to get you to do, to turn around. By backtracking, you'll find those 2 of Cups that are waiting there for you. All right, now we get to the, what was that, say number 4? Really? Wow. I shuffled the crap out of these. So this is not my first time using these cards, and I reshuffled thoroughly before I started doing all these reads. So, hey, what are you going to do, Capricorn, except listen to Spirit? So the Web Weaver rejoices that your creations are far-reaching and have positive effects on the many. Every action, every thought, every word and deed is woven into the web of creation. When the Web Weaver appears, she grants you the way to others of like mind and intention, and lets you know you're not alone in your endeavors. See, okay, by acknowledging what was lost, but appreciating that there's still opportunity out there, you're going to rise up, right, by looking back through that Spiral Dancer, learning those lessons, seeing where you could do better, or finding like, oh, you know what, actually, even though it wasn't the greatest of experiences, I did learn that I really like yada, 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 or I'm really good at blah, blah, blah. that you're still making your way back up to your community, right? Back up to the people that either, if it's a teamwork environment that you excel in, or if it's really just people whose values align with yours in terms of work and the impact that you do, that the web weaver is going to help branch that story out, right? To build out what it is that you are placing here. That yes, they may seem with this Knight of Pentacles energy that you're just putting one coin here, one thing here, one little thing there, and it doesn't look like it's really lining up. The web weaver is showing you, telling you that by doing this kind of work, by leaning into the considering what it is that aligns with your values and the impact you want to have in the world, that you're building out that greater picture, you're building towards that community, reassuring you that as you're journeying on this path, that you are going to get back to that flock, that community that you can express your most authentic self with. Capricorn. Because we know you about that work life, right? And it's not to say that Capricorns are all work, business. What Capricorns really are is that they are disciplined and they are committed to the future. They are committed to continuing to grow, to develop, and to help others along this path. Like, you're not necessarily one to leave everybody behind. You could, like, you have no problem doing that. Look, if you ain't with it, I'll see you at the top if you make it. But Capricorns, because they are so focused on making sure that they are being successful, that when you aren't, when you trip up a little bit on your climb to the mountaintop, that you may focus so much on that misstep that you may miss, like, oh, just on the side here, there's another step that you can take. Like, you may have slid down a little bit, but that doesn't mean you stop going. That just means you need to look for another route. Right? That spiral dancer. Take another step in a different direction. Sometimes your path isn't going to be straight, Capricorn. And that can be hard. It can be hard when you don't necessarily know where that path is going to take you. And so sometimes it's easier to cry over spilled milk than to, pick up the container and salvage what you can. And, turns out as you're picking up that container, you see, I don't know, can of Sprite on the ground. Oh my God. Whew. I'm thirsty, apparently. Okay, so we're going to pull our last oracle deck, or oracle card, and it's going to be from the Super Attractor deck. This will be a word of advice for a Queen of Cups energy. All right, what does Capricorn need to know going into the month of January in the year of 2022 with this Queen of Cups energy, Celestial Divine? Can we get one card, please? One card of advice for dear, sweet Capricorns. They are in need of some divine advice. How do they... Okay. Was that one card or two card? No, it's just the one. There we go. And here we go. I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. Wow. Okay. So... the loss that you may have experienced throughout October, November, that disappointment, whatever it was, you may have felt like, well, you didn't try as hard, you didn't do as much research as you could have done, or because of issues from the past, like, bad decisions you may have made, you may feel like this is karma now, right? That the reason that you feel bad is because you didn't take that step when you should have, back when, whatever, that you didn't do the right thing, blah, 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 that you didn't step up to the task when your boss asked you to, whatever it was that you're having regret about. I think that's hitting you on a personal, obviously personal, but like personal and spiritual level, that you may low-key be telling yourself, well, that's what you get. That's what you deserve for not doing that. You don't get to be happy anymore. The only way you're going to be able to embrace whatever opportunity comes forward to find that next step, that next job, the next place to live, the next partnership that you build, whatever is coming towards you, Capricorn, you got to remember that you are worthy of feeling good. Yes, people make mistakes, but this isn't the one this isn't the end, right? The Five of Cups energy continues to say there's more to this than the mistakes of the past. That's not all it is. And you're allowed to be happy for yourself. You're allowed to embrace your emotional distress, but also the things that spark joy, the things that resonate, the things that make you happy. You're allowed to feel that goodness. You're not doomed because of the mistakes of your past. But if you keep in that space, if you don't allow yourself to recognize this, you'll miss the bounty and the abundance that's awaiting for you on the other side, right? So take those steps, Capricorn, right? Take the steps, take a look back, see like, okay, if that didn't work, what could I do better? Yes, you could have done better, got blah, 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 thanks. But that's not what it's about anymore. It's not about what happened, it's about what's next. And if you take that step back, consider everything, learn from those experiences, and then recognize that as you're doing that, you're building up to the community that you deserve, the place where you will feel most respected, honored, appreciated, where you get to be your authentic self. As you create that world, hold on to the fact that, yeah, you do deserve to feel good in the work that you do. Yes, you felt bad, but you deserve to feel good. And as you do that, you will embrace the opportunities that are waiting for you on the other side of the new year. Well, all right, Capricorn. That does conclude your general reading for December 2021. I do hope that this resonated, and like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And I will see you in the new year.